The Equalizer has one of the most unique weapon balancing history of any weapon in TF2, being considered so overpowered by Valve that it needed to be split into two. This video will go over the update history of the Equalizer and escape plan, and how they ended up as they are now. Introduced in the 2009 War update, the Equalizer increased a soldier's speed and damage inversely proportional to his health. This was very powerful, with a low health soldier doing close to twice his normal melee damage of 65. At low health, a soldier's speed would be increased by 60%. This would make him only slightly slower than Scout. This did come with the penalty of not being able to be healed by a medic while it was equipped, though medkits and dispensers would still provide plenty of healing. The Equalizer in the early chaotic days of TF2's balance was generally the go-to melee weapon for any soldier player. Despite its dominance over soldiers' other options, the Equalizer stayed as is, only receiving bug fixes until the 2011 Hatless update. This update slightly reduced the maximum damage from 113 to 107. This was to reduce the ability to one-shot other classes. This change received some small pushback from players who enjoyed the excessive power of the Equalizer. Despite that small minority of players, the majority of the community was happy to see that the weapon was finally getting a nerf. Many players still felt that this small change wasn't enough to fix the weapon. By 2012, Valve had been hinting for a while about possibly splitting the Equalizer into two separate melees. This is exactly what they did with the 2012 Pyromania update. The Equalizer had its speed buff given to a new weapon, the escape plan. The Equalizer and escape plan kept the same debuff of not being able to be healed by a medic while it was equipped. The escape plan kept the original model, with the Equalizer getting a new texture for its pickaxe. The community was happy to see the Equalizer finally receive a substantial nerf. Most players were more concerned with the increased speed rather than the damage boost, so the escape plan quickly started to outshine its predecessor. The escape plan did receive a nerf in the 2013 summer update. The marked for death effect was applied to the player when they held the escape plan. The mini-crits from this effect made escaping from bad situations more difficult than before, especially if a soldier is on fire. This was done to keep the escape plan on the same level as soldiers' other melee options, including the Equalizer. The only other change of note was done in 2015's Gunmetal update. The Equalizer and escape plan had their debuff of no healing for medics changed to a 90% reduction in healing while they were equipped. This minor change did little to change their balance or position in the eyes of the community. Since TF2's balancing is most likely settled, it's fair to say that the Equalizer fared the worst of the two weapons. The escape plan is a solid tool for getting out of bad situations. It also has the added utility of being able to use it to get to the front lines quickly, albeit at low health. The marked for death attribute on the escape plan does make choosing whether to use it more challenging, but doesn't invalidate its immense utility. The Equalizer, on the other hand, isn't a bad weapon, but is overshadowed in comparison to soldiers' other, more support-focused melees. Most players would rather pick the escape plan or disciplinary action. The Equalizer does have a niche as an excellent anti-demonite weapon, but that is a rather small niche. Neither weapon is necessarily bad. Both are good examples of balanced weapons in TF2. However, the Equalizer happened to lack a non-damage related stat, so it can't compete as well with soldiers' other options, as well as the escape plan can. Sorry it's been so long since my last upload. I had a very difficult time coming up with video ideas that I felt I was able to fully flesh out into a video. You can be the judge if I was successful with this one. Hopefully this video will get me back up to speed. With that said, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video, and if you really like the video, please subscribe.